Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adam, and the channel's name is AdamsExploits. On my channel, I attempt to have resellers on every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we discuss ways to make us more profitable, more knowledgeable, and better resellers. Today, I actually have an open panel because I was working to try to get a few people on, and just things weren't working out properly. And those of you that follow my channel know I'm having a procedure done Friday, and I was a little nervous about that. I said, you know what, let me just prepare some material, and we'll discuss some current things, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, one of the things I really wanted to discuss was eBay's managed payments. That's the hot button right now. People are concerned about it. Some people are worried about it. I mentioned Casey the Rockstar Flipper all the time on my channel. Casey is holding off to the very last minute to do it. So I don't think it's such a big deal. I was watching Mike flipping goodies last night, and he had a whole show on it. And Mike was gracious enough to come in onto our show today on the panel to help us out. He's actually on vacation, so he's giving up some of his valuable vacation time to join us. So go say hello to a few people in the chat, and we'll get started. I just going to bring some of the material up and discuss it, like just a short synopsis of it, and then we'll get into it with Mike. Like I said, he's been doing it for over a year now. So let me just say hello to a few people, and we'll get started. I always appreciate you all showing up for me. And, of course, we have Sharon and Michelle in the chat as moderators. I know Miss Maggie Doodle, who's also a moderator, is getting her hair done. Thank goodness for her, because my hair is like going crazy, and I haven't been able to find a place to get it cut yet. And I'm not paying $16 or $18 or something to just take a trim and go zip. So anyway, so that's where we're at. Jamie, I see Jamie Paces in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Philly Picker, Susan, Beth Reseller Rowboat, et cetera. So let me, I'm going to bring on Mike and just have him give a quick introduction, and then I'll get into some of the material. It's just like a quick synopsis of the managed payments. And then I want to get in a little bit with Mike, and I have a couple other things I want to discuss. Two other things quickly. I've tried this in the past few shows, and you guys seem to like it. We'll do Would You Rather, or we'll do some trivia at the end, because I found out my views. Typically, the people watch like the first 20 minutes, and then they come back later or whatever. But so we'll do that. And I also have like a surprise announcement at the very end, something I think you guys would probably be interested in. So I'm teasing now. I'm going to have that at the very end. So let me bring on Mike, and we'll have Mike introduce himself. Got to make sure I unmute him first, because that would be very unprofessional if I didn't do that. Okay. Here we go. Mike, you are up, sir. Why don't you introduce yourself to our guests?
All right. Thank you, Adam. Okay. I'm Mike with Flippin Goodies. I sell on eBay, Mercari, Bonanza, a little bit on Posh, not much, because I just don't have time for the social networking side of that. And I do dabble in Amazon a little bit, not much, but I do sell on Amazon. So I've been reselling I've been an eBay member since 1999, but seriously started selling about a year ago. Last June is actually when I started the company and did the LLC and did all the legalities and all that good stuff. And here we are a year later, and opened up my YouTube channel, I think back in like January. And if you ever watched any of my videos, you'll see I show all the sweat, tears, and blood about it. I've cut myself on video. My shirt is usually soaking wet because I'm in my storage locker. And yeah, that's about it.
And you're soaking wet mainly because you're in Florida.
Yeah. I get a lot of comments about, isn't it air conditioned and stuff? Yes, it is. But unfortunately, when you're in there, the air just doesn't move.
Right.
It's just horrible. So I did get good news yesterday because I spoke with them. They're supposed to put electric into my units.
So you get some fans and circulate the air. When I was working retail,
put a fan on. Yeah, exactly.
That was a big issue. We used to have these big, huge industrial fans, and just like you said, we get so hot even with the air conditioning. Just if you circulate the air a little bit, it would make a huge difference. So that should definitely help you. All right, guys. So I'm just going to get in, like I said, a little bit in the managed payments. This is actually on eBay's page. I have that listed in the description below. I did list Mike's video. Mike's trying to grow his channel. Has a lot of great content. Really great guy, and very knowledgeable and professional, and really willing to help as much as he possibly can. And then he's not a phony. He puts his numbers out there and everything. He's legitimate. So like I said, I'm going to discuss it a little bit, just like the synopsis of the managed payments. And then we'll bring Mike on. Like you said, he's been doing it for about a year now. So let me get into that. I'm going to do a share screen, and Mike, you could tell me if it comes up because I don't have my phone up yet. So let me just bring that up. The managed payments page. We'll do a share screen. And we'll do that. We had it up recently. It should be okay. All right.
I had the problem last night.
Pardon me?
I had the same problem last night. I kept knocking myself off.
Well, I know a lot of people like you were doing like that, those multi-screens where they all like converge. And
Yeah.
I think because I have ADD, that drives me crazy. So I don't do that. So I go back and forth, which is probably not the way to do it. But anyway, this is on eBay's page. Again, it's my eBay store. You guys not all of you, but I'm sure most of you probably have eBay stores. So you just go in, if you just do a Google search and do managed payments on eBay. Again, I do have the link in the video description. So I'm just going to do a little synopsis about what it is. Mike, can everyone see this okay now?
Yep.
Great. Okay, I'm not going to play the video. We don't want to get a copyright strike, but short description here. What is managed payments? Managed payments are essential in enhancing buying and selling experience on eBay. Again, just take this for grain of salt. It's eBay's way of spending it, but I think it is a good thing. Sellers have been identified as using eBay features and tools that are fully supported with managed payments. We notify the join in phases throughout the year. Then they have a sign up link here. By the end of 2020, most people will be on managed payments. Again, the majority of people should be on by mid-July. Again, this is July of 2020. And then they're phasing in additional people throughout the year. And they will finish up converting everyone over to the managed payment system sometime in 2021. This is eBay Spin. Some of the benefits of managed payments. You have additional choices. You can still use PayPal, but you can also use credit, debit, gift cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal credit. Mike has addressed this last night. I'm sure I'll bring it up, but convenience. You can access everything you need all in one place. Customized reports, single source for fees, refunds, labels, simplified protections, tax documents, payout scheduling options, et cetera, et cetera. Again, streamlined options, expanded reach, easily ship international. It is now part of the global shipping program that eBay offers. When it first rolled out, it was not a part of global shipping. You could not use global shipping if you were using managed payments. Reporting, API integration, and supposedly they have a specialized support just for the managed payment program. So I'm sure they will be inundated with calls over the next few weeks because this is when the majority of the people will be phased in. Again, what does managed payments mean? Sellers can sell and get paid all in one place. eBay buyers and sellers have more ways to pay. Streamlined checkout, yada, yada, yada. Then there's a bunch of other questions. Basically, why didn't I receive an email, yada, yada, yada. If you don't register, what happens? Okay, this. Some people are a little concerned about this, so I'll go through this a little bit. Managed payments is a new way to do business on eBay. eBay will manage payments for most sellers in 2020, and all sellers will eventually be required to have managed payments in order to keep selling on eBay. So eventually, by 2021, everyone that sells on the eBay platform will be required to use managed payments. Registration allows you to get your business ready early for managed payments. Register in a few simple steps, yada, yada, yada. So that's basically it, guys. I want to bring Mike on again. It's not all that bad. From Mike's experience, he said pretty good experience. Apparently there were some glitches in the beginning, but apparently a lot of those have been worked out. So his experience. I'll put you on full screen since you're used to doing your own show. And once you get a little bit,
I wanted to go into you can stay right here for now.
Okay.
The big thing was back, I think it was October, where nobody got paid for over a week. So, again, depending on your selling rate, that could hurt people. If you don't have income coming in, if it's not sitting in the bank already and you miss a week of payments, that could be rough on a lot of people. So I think it was 8 days. They finally paid everybody everything at once. It all just came in that day. Over time, the payments have gotten faster. So, for example, I used to not get paid Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, ever. Okay? The last, I think, 3 weeks, we get paid 7 days a week now. Now, I used to get notifications of the payments at noon, Now, when I wake up in the morning, I already have that notification that my money has been sent out. So it's actually improved since I've been in it, and I've been in it since I think like early August of last year, somewhere around there is when I signed up. My intentions back then were I'd rather get in early because we knew we were all going to be forced into it. So I wanted to be all set up for the mass rush. So when everybody goes into it, I think you're going to have a lot of trouble getting through the tech support, or huge wait times, let's say. But I don't see it affecting me in any way, just having a whole bunch of people join managed payments, So.
Well, you were involved with the growing pains, but like you said, and you said they actually reached out to you and they paid you to do a survey, correct?
Yeah, I did 3 surveys. One, they paid me $100 to do, and that was like a Zoom type thing where I discussed it with another person. I think it was like a third-party panel. And they just asked general questions of, how it was working out, the payment structure, all that stuff. I do get a lot of questions about like, I got one the other night from the video I did. Is there still where people don't pay? They buy something, they don't pay. Well, of course, that's still there. That doesn't go away.
Right.
Immediate payment, you can have it in your listing and everything else, but you take an offer, immediate payment goes away. And even if they buy it now, sometimes you don't get paid. I got a few sitting right now and waiting for payment. So payments doesn't change any of that.
Now, I was reading again. I read a lot of this stuff. Again, I didn't know if you were going to be on the show or not, so I did some additional research. Am I correct that it's typically 48 hours from the time you receive buyer's payment till you receive it in your account?
It depends on when you get paid.
Okay.
All right. So if somebody bought something from me right now, it's 3:15 our time, right? Yes. This would pay out Friday. Today's Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday. I'd get paid Friday this money today. So again, this is going to depend on your sell-through rate on how you're getting paid. Okay. I get paid every single day, but I also sell things every single day. So it just gets backlogged, and and it doesn't really. Once you get in and you start flowing, and you're selling regular, you don't notice the difference really. Okay. Right now, eBay's holding a substantial amount of money for me, but I know tomorrow it's going to be in my bank account. So, it's just a matter of just the turnover. It's the same process really as PayPal. If you have your money sent to PayPal and you transfer it to your bank, let's say you don't use their debit card, you have it transferred to your bank, it's still the same period really. So you're really not losing out too much.
Okay. And apparently, from what you've been saying, others are saying it's a lot easier. I mean, especially if you use any kind of integrated software, like you said, use GoDaddy accounting software. You said it works seamlessly.
Yeah, it is. Once you get everything set up, I use GoDaddy bookkeeping. You get that all set up. It takes maybe a week or two to fine tune everything that's going in and coming out. Like I showed you last time, I used to handwrite every one of my sales. Okay, keep track of my shipping, what I paid for the item, all that stuff. Now GoDaddy does that all for me. I haven't written in that book in like 8 months. So
that's great.
It's really a time saver. And like for us in Florida, we have to collect sales tax and pay the state every quarter. Okay. On my front page of GoDaddy, it tells me exactly what I owe them. So it's just so much better.
Yeah, my understanding is, and the larger resellers either use QuickBooks or GoDaddy. My understanding is there's pretty much a decent learning curve with QuickBooks. I know Casey loves it, but I mean, I think that's just because he's used to doing it. But my understanding is from a lot of people that use GoDaddy, they're very happy with it.
Well, here's the big difference for me. Okay, QuickBooks, I believe, is around $39 a month.
Okay.
I forget exactly. I know it's a lot.
I know there's various levels too. Yeah.
And then you need to use OpenSaaS, I think it's called, to transfer all your information from eBay to QuickBooks. So now you need another entity involved to get it to QuickBooks.
Okay.
GoDaddy integrates right into eBay Managed Payments. There's no intermediate play. So again, that would be an extra charge. I don't know how much that. Okay. I think it's called OpenSaaS, something like that.
Could be over $50 a month, I guess, when all is said and done. Then.
Yeah, GoDaddy's $9.99.
Yeah. That's very
So,
reasonable.
and like I said, it's a godsend. I'm waiting for people to join and come back to me and say, Mike, you were right. Or hoping they don't come back and say, Mike, what the heck are you talking
My
about?
haters are going to hate.
Yeah, I mean, it's to the point now where I've
geez.
recommended it so many times. I mean, and trust me, I'm not getting any kickbacks from them whatsoever. I just enjoy the way everything processes through them. I have not had an issue once.
Why don't you address this question from Santa? Can you say it?
Okay. This is one area I will not answer.
Okay.
I do not want to tell you the wrong thing. I'm going to tell you what I do. I use Bank of America. I have a business advanced checking account with them. And with that, people are worried about like transaction fees and so forth.
Mhm.
All you have to do is use your card for more than $250 a month, in charges. Everything's free. Okay.
Now, someone was saying, I think it was in your chat last night, that eBay requires a brick and mortar bank. I mean, obviously all banks have online presence now, but is that correct? That to your best of your knowledge?
There's a couple of banks they're not accepting. I just don't know what they all are because I really never dived into that side of it because mine works. Okay. Sure. And I don't like to talk about things I really don't know.
I couldn't agree more.
Credit unions they were frowning on.
Other credit unions? Okay.
I think. I'm not 100% sure. I heard somebody else in a live chat talk about they were trying to sign up and they couldn't use the bank they were currently using. And it was some kind of online bank.
Okay.
But I think if you stay brick and mortar, you're fine. Yeah. I don't think there'll be an issue.
Yeah, I don't think there would be. And again, you were talking about last night about how you can have automatic transfers to your bank and automatic payments, and you have yours done daily now.
Yeah, mine's daily. Okay, you could choose weekly or daily to get your payouts.
So when you have any bills or any debits or credits, they go in that day. Well, I guess whenever they close, business closes. I don't know if it's when eBay closes business at midnight Pacific Standard Time, or it's when the bank, however that works.
Yeah, like I said, they've changed the way it goes in right now, but overall, it went from noon to sometime in the middle of the night somewhere. Okay. So that's the best I can answer on that. When I wake up, my money is in the bank, and I get the notification.
It's already there.
Yeah.
So again, from your experience, we're not going to talk about banking. What are any suggestions you may have had that? There's Mr. Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Good to see you, Chris. Mr. Pro Tips. Chris, you're welcome to join us too if you want to hop in. I don't know if you have ever followed Chris, Mike. Super knowledgeable reseller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any things that we think we should know, or before we get involved, before we accept? I mean, obviously, eventually, everybody has to accept.
Yeah, you have no choice. That's the problem.
Is there anything? I mean, maybe something from your experience that can. I mean, I don't know if there is, but maybe some tips or something that can help us with dealing with managed payments.
Like I said last night, I can't even walk you through the setup of it anymore because it was over a year ago. I did.
Right.
I have no idea what they're going to ask you. All I know is I gave them my routing number, my bank account number.
Okay.
Now remember, this is not PayPal. Okay.
Correct.
eBay cannot reach into your account and grab money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for like returns and things like that, when you have a return, I'll try and keep this as simple as possible. Let's say you get a $25 return.
Right.
Okay. So what you have, can I show what it is? It probably
sure, absolutely. Yeah, you can do a screen share.
Okay, so let me do that.
Let me write for 1 second. Chris, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Chris is going to join us. Do your screen share. That'd be great.
Okay, so let me do that.
I'm probably going to have to prove you, but let me see here. Yeah.
Because this way I can show instead of trying to.
Okay, it should show. Okay.
Okay, so can you see that page?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this is what your page, when you first click on payments, this is what you'll see, okay? Now, I covered up some things that has my banking information on it. So
absolutely, sure.
Okay, so as you can see here, your total funds, that's what's sitting in eBay's account, okay? It's your money, but it's sitting in their account, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have $1 million. Nice sales day, right? So This line indicates here. You see the purple line here?
Yes.
That's the available funds. That's coming out the next day. When you see that, so I have $5 written there. So tomorrow, $5 is going to go into my bank account. Okay. The light blue is the pending funds. Okay. So tomorrow, this $5 at the top, the available funds will slide into my bank account. The pending funds, and again, this all depends on when you sold last. Okay. So there could be, let's say, $500 sitting in pending.
Right.
Maybe, let's say, 350 might slide to available, and 150 might stay in pending still. Okay. Depends on when you sold that item. Then the next day, it just keeps on rolling over like that. It's very simple. And then down here, it shows you where your last payout was. Okay. How much and the date it was sent out, and then when you're going to get paid again. On the other side, now this interface is kind of new. They just put this back in about a week ago. They had this interface in about 2 months ago for like 3 days, and I took it back out.
Okay.
Back to the old style. Here, this is your invoice. Okay. This is exactly what you owe eBay. Now I pay daily. Okay. So, and this is a couple of days old. But anyway, this here, you just click on here. Like for me, I click on this every single day and pay whatever I owe them at the end of the day. It tells you how much
you have to. I thought you said you could pay it automatically, or do you have to manually go in and tell them to pay?
Yeah, as far as the payment to them, yes, you go in.
Oh, okay. So they won't do it automatically. Okay, you can't set up auto pay. Okay.
Yeah, just one-time payment. Okay. Now a lot of people like to pay monthly. Like I discussed last night, my bill gets rather high, and I would get disgusted and all that money at once. Like for example, here I think this is yesterday's copy. So I've already paid them $464 this month. Okay. The other day I sent them $252.33. Now, like I said, for me, that's just me though. I pay daily because I hate that big fee at the end of the month.
Right.
Okay. And then down below is your recent transactions. Okay. So I sold a slip and slide. That was my last item I sold before I made this copy for $58.49. Okay. This shipping label went out USPS. Now this shipping label was paid from my pending funds. Okay.
Okay. So
it doesn't come out of my bank account, it just comes out of what's in pending. And then that shipment was for this sale here, the pre-recorded VHS tapes. Okay. Which was $33.
Mm-hmm.
And then the payout they sent me that day was $327.28. Okay, and then I have a couple more shipping labels here that I pay, that I printed out through eBay, and there's the charge for it.
Okay.
So
it seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean it is. And then over here we have the settings, like my payout method. That's my bank account number sitting there.
Right.
Okay. The payout schedule, I have it daily. You can change this to weekly if you want.
Now you said the payout schedule you can set up automatically, but if you want to pay daily, you have to do that manually. Is that correct?
Yes, the payout to you can set up, and it's automatic.
But if you want to pay your fees daily, you have to do it manually.
Go in there.
They'll probably change that eventually too. I'm assuming.
Well, here's the deal: they are changing it.
Okay.
Okay, because
I'm a genius. I'm sorry. Okay.
Let me take me back down, please.
Yeah, just stop sharing. I can actually let's see.
Okay.
I can remove it. I got you. All right.
Okay.
Well, when we say hello to our second guest here too, Mr. Chris, who's back to the Thrift Soft Hustler again. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Mike. Good to be here. I just wanted to come and hang out. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'll jump in. I don't want to interrupt you and Mike in your conversation, so I'll just kind of sit here.
I appreciate you wearing your mask. We're social
distancing. It's officially branded too.
I got a text from a friend of mine in Pennsylvania. You have to wear a mask whenever you leave the house. New Jersey just started an hour ago. Same thing. You have to wear a mask whenever you leave the house.
Yeah, we're in California in a retail environment, so we're mandated.
Well, retail, we've had that, but now it's like wherever you go, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah. So I might pop in and out. I might have something
going on. I
apologize, but I just want to hang out.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Listen to you guys.
Sure.
Let me grab that email I have. Okay.
Sure. Yep.
And then we can see. Let me see here. Okay. This one here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Throw me back up top.
There you go.
I have my screen up there.
There you go.
Okay. So you can see my email?
Yes.
Okay. So this email I got, I don't know when this came in, June 18th. Okay. So the important part, I'm going to skip over, like it recommends GoDaddy and QuickBooks. Okay. But like I said, with QuickBooks, you're going to have to sign up for this one SaaS. Okay. And there's an extra charge, it looks like, for that. I'm not sure how much it is, but I'm sure this is all going to work out to be way more than GoDaddy is. But anyway, starting August 12th, I'm right here. Okay. You only pay the final value fees. So a lot of people are concerned about individual fees for every single item they're selling in like a bulk, like when a buyer buys more than one, which no matter which way you look at it, you're still going to pay the same if it's individual or a bulk buy. But anyway, the part here, where the heck is it? Am I on the right one? Hold on one second. Okay, here it is. Final value fees associated with the order will automatically be deducted at the time of the sale. So what's going to happen is when you make a sale, okay, instead of that going, the fees going into your invoice, they're automatically going to deduct it from the amount of money you have in your managed payments.
Right.
So let's say you sell a $25 item, you figure, let's just say 10%, $2.50 plus the 30 cents, so $2.80. So $2.80 added $25 will be pulled out. So now you have $22.30, no, $22.20, right? So that's going to simplify our lives. We will no longer have to worry about what's being billed to us. It's just automatically going to withdraw, and I'm sure it's going to show in the managed payment somewhere that money was deducted from.
Right, and then our discussion was the only thing that probably be billed at the end is your invoice, is your eBay fees, your store fees,
eBay fees, FedEx fees,
right?
And this.
Oh, they don't take them out when we incur them. They bill you at the end.
Oh yeah, no, FedEx has always been billed.
Okay, I don't really use FedEx, so I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Yeah, and unlike USPS, if you use FedEx, that goes on your bill.
Right.
So, okay, you can take me back.
Yes, sir.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay, I don't want to show that. I don't want to do that multiple screen thing for you.
Show the question. Anyone else get the offer for $50 invoice credit when you register for managed payments by July?
Yeah.
10th. Okay. Did anyone get that? You're already in it, Mike, so I guess you wouldn't.
No, I got.
Oh, we lost you, Chris? What happened? Oh, he maybe took himself off.
I think we did get something for signing up early when I signed up. I just forget what it was.
Okay. So I guess that's what they're doing. They're trying to induce people to sign up. But hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
$50 is $50.
Yeah. Hey, Jay Marie's talking about that overcharge there on Reddit. Said he got $875 FedEx bill.
Some guy.
I've gotten messages about people getting. They're doing the box in the bag.
Right.
And they're not.
That's one of the topics. I'm glad you're here because I want to discuss that. I have a couple tabs open about pirate ship and cubic shipping, and what my understanding is, and again, people try to do things that they're not supposed to be doing. They use different types of shipping when they're not supposed to do it. In fact, I was going to bring up. I have a sheet with Lisa C. I don't know if she's in the chat, but she shared with me. Media mail, a whole list of all the different things that are eligible for media mail. A lot of people take advantage of that. I mean, they ship things on media mail video games are not media mail, but a lot of sellers ship them that way. Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, and they get away with it most of the time, but the problem is those times you get caught.
And then the buyer has to pay for it, and then it gets you negative review. And
because that box in the bag has been a big, I hear people throwing stuff in trash bags.
Right.
And then if you read box in a bag on pirate ship, it tells you quite plainly right there, do not make it look like a box. Make it look like a bag still. Don't tape it all down and all that stuff.
I was going to ask about that because you had said that, and then I saw somebody, because at the post office, they always complain, oh, you shouldn't have those loose edges and things because you get caught in our conveyor belts. And you're saying, though, that they're telling you don't tape it all down. Like, I mean, I could show you. I have one that the bag is loose. I have one that it's folded like a package, a Christmas package with the triangles and stuff. They say don't do that. Is that what you're telling me?
According to Pirate Ship, they don't want it to look like a box again. Now, what a lot of people don't see, I turned off my phone, by the way, for you.
There you go.
What a lot of people don't see on that is when you do box in a bag, it's just cubic shipping. When you go to the next page, it comes up. It doesn't say box in a bag shipping. It says cubic rate.
Right.
That's all you're doing is cubic.
And that is priority, which is nice about it too. When you have the insurance built in. Yeah.
Yeah. I use Pirate Ship a lot because unless it's something first class, I'll still use eBay. If I'm only saving a penny or two, I'll still just stay on eBay site because it's just easier. But I use Pirate Ship an awful lot because I sell on Bonanza, on Macari, and it's just easier to use Pirate Ship for that stuff. So.
And Macari and Bonanza, I guess, don't give you shipping discounts. It's cheaper to use Pirate Ship.
Yeah, it's cheaper to use Pirate Ship. You know, I've been selling a lot of slip and slides. I don't have any with me right here.
Right.
But once you ship an item on Pirate Ship and you're gonna keep that same item going, it stores that information. So as soon as you click,
it has the size, it has the weight. Yeah,
it's done, and you hit print.
They just put the address in, you're good to go.
Yeah. It's great.
I like Pirate Ship. I tried to have them on my show before the virus, and they said the one guy said I was all excited, and then he came back. We're very busy. We don't have people. It's like then they sent me like 60 pages of data. It's like I can't discuss this in a 1 hour show.
No, Pirate Ship is a good way to go.
Let me just bring up while we're talking about shipping. Let me just bring up the. I was going to bring that up. What do you use for? Again, I'm trying to bring in some beginner selling stuff and mix it in with advanced seller stuff. Right. What do you use for your shipping scale? Do you have that? I mean, I don't have to show it to me. Do you have it handy?
I have the Accutech.
Yeah, the Accutech, which is what I have. Okay. Do you have the external display or just the regular?
The external display.
What has your experience been? I've read a lot of negative reviews about the ones with external display on them.
Well, I like this because I do a lot of large shipping.
Right.
So I can pull this outside the box and see what it weighs without having to peek underneath to see what's going on.
So you haven't had any issues with that external display, like jumping around and being crazy and.
Nope, I haven't. I have had this probably 9 months now. I haven't had a problem, and it's like $22. So, if I had to go out and buy another one, I'd rather go out and buy another one. You know, if it lasts a year or two, I'm fine with that. But yeah, that's the scale I use.
Yeah, I was going to get into that, like I said, because I had that material prepared to talk about Pirate Ship, and I had just the basic Accutech, and I love it. It works great. Mm-hmm. In fact, I mean, I just brought it down here because I was going to show it. If, of course, now I forget where the heck I put it, but anyway, oh, here it is. Yeah, I was just going to show mine. I had the rose gold one. I think it was a little bit cheaper at the time.
Yeah,
that's an Accutech, but I want to get the one with the, like you said, with the external display. Because I want to eventually get involved in Amazon. I'm going to start out as a bookseller. And so, like I said, it's just easier. Yeah. But I'd read some negative reviews about the Accutech with the external display that they were having problems with that.
I have not had an issue with it so far. It's been working fine.
Then I don't know if you saw Record Crate. It was my namesake, Adam. He said Pirate Ship also says it's the size of the bag before the box is inserted.
Yeah,
that is true.
Whatever the dimensions of the bag are, a maximum 18 by 18.
18 by 18, correct.
And maximum 20 pounds.
Maximum 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
I didn't see that. I thought so. So box in a bag is different than cubic shipping. Then is that the reason?
Maximum 20 pounds is what I read on there. If I remember correctly, I'm almost positive I read that.
Okay, it must be the difference then between box in the bag and cubic shipping. Because I write, let me just pull this up. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive.
No. I mean, I don't have experience. That's why I'm glad you're here. Let me just pull this up and.
It's like also.
I thought it was more than that.
If you're doing,
well, maybe it's okay.
Simple rate export, right? Your box measurements can't be over 36 inches.
All right, let me just see. Go back to StreamYard. Party mail cubic. Has $100 insurance.
Mm-hmm.
90% off what it would otherwise cost. Cubic is the cheapest way to ship small packages that weigh over a pound.
20 pounds.
Okay, that is 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, why was I reading? I read somewhere where it could be a lot more. Okay.
No, 20 pounds is max.
20 pounds is the max. Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna find much you're gonna ship cubic.
Right.
That's gonna be 20 pounds.
Okay.
You're really not. I mean, I push the envelope sometimes. I sent out 3 die-cast cars that were banks. They're pretty heavy, so I was at like 14 pounds, and I shipped that across to California, and it only cost me, I think it was $14.
Yeah. Well, that was funny. Like it was not funny, but you were saying that most of your items go to. I mean, you're in Florida. I'm in outside of Philly, in Jersey. Most of my stuff goes to Texas and California, which I guess they're just big buyers and big states. I mean, that's the way it is.
Yeah, and honestly, my last couple of months, I've been staying on the East Coast a lot.
Okay.
Than I was prior, but
maybe because of the pandemic and that people are like buying your slip and slides and things. All these. I mean, everyone around here is. That was the other thing I was going to bring up. Let me just share it real quick, just for kicks. I bought up, and again, I always try to read things related to to reselling and whatnot. And this is one of the things I saw that was kind of cool. Let's see here. Shipping supplies, and of course, see it. Let's see. Okay, no, I don't see it. But anyway, it was an article on USA Today, and they were talking about all the different hot items that were currently selling well, and they were talking about inflatable pools.
Right.
They were talking about tubes. And let me just add Chris here. Let me hold on one second. Get out of that.
I have 2 inflatables over a store by me here.
Mm-hmm.
But they're the kind that comes with the ladder and the filter.
Right.
They're $169 in the store. They're selling anywhere from $800 to like $1,200 on eBay.
Okay.
But they'd have to go freight, and I've never done freight before.
Right.
So I don't want to get involved, and if I had to take a return on it, I would most likely just have to eat everything, and just like keep it and get money back, and I'm moving on.
Yeah, that's an issue. That is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
But,
so you always got to keep that in mind. Like I always tell people when they're buying stuff, keep a few things in mind. One, what's the worst case scenario if that item? Because I buy a lot of electronics. Okay, what can I sell this for if it doesn't work? Because you can't sit in a estate sale and test every feature of everything you're doing, or a garage sale, or so, wherever,
or even a thrift shop.
Yeah. So
maybe a Chris's thrift shop you can do, but not in typical thrift shops.
If it wasn't 70 pounds, I'd pick it up and show it to you. I have a reel of reels sitting in here.
Uh-huh.
That I bought off a Facebook Marketplace, and I knew the chance of this thing working was slim. Now, normally I can fix these things, but I just did not want to get involved with this one. So I paid $100 for like 3 reel of reels, a whole bunch of reel tapes that were brand new and packaged, and all that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I knew for a fact that if this did not work, I could sell this for $200.
Non-working. Okay.
Not working. It's like if it's working, it's $1,000 machine.
Wow. What brand is it?
It's a Sony.
Oh, Sony. Okay.
Yeah. But the older ones, see, when you deal with vintage electronics, no computer, no new great device can reproduce the sound that these people are looking for in these vintage equipments. It just doesn't happen. So that's why they're willing to pay probably 3 times what that thing cost in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
So that's, and if you watch my videos, you'll know that I deal a lot. Like I have a Sansui sitting in my storage locker right now, $600 a machine. I got that Sansui with this buy with these reel of reels. Okay, and the Sansui's up for $600. So, it's all relative when you're selling stuff like that. But always think about your out costs. If I miss, can I still get out of that buy?
At the worst, break even or have a minimum
right.
loss.
How do I get back out? And that's the thing. I always like to buy, like if you see my estate sale things, I don't say how much is that cup there. I say how much you want for this whole table. and try and buy the whole table. And I told you, I bought a whole bunch of Cub Scout or Boy Scout mugs today. I bought 87 or 83 of them or something stupid like that. I don't even know how many I really bought because I just said, how much you want for the whole table? You know? And a lot of state sales.
You know how people say go an inch deep and a mile wide?
Yeah.
Mike went a mile deep and an inch wide.
and
87 Boy Scout mugs.
And a lot of times they get flustered when you say that to them. And all of a sudden they might be asking, I did it once in a estate sale. She was asking, I had a Target. There was a vintage gingerbread ceramic house there that was about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. It was like this wide. It was just a beautiful item.
Right.
She wanted $300 just for that item. Okay. I walked in there with her. I dealt with her in the past. I said, how much you want for the whole room? She goes, seriously? I said, the whole room. And she turns and goes, give me $350. I'm like, done. You know?
What was the whole room filled with?
It was all Christmas items, the whole Christmas room.
Oh, gotcha.
Everything was Christmas.
Bundle.
Yeah, and like I said, they get flustered sometimes, you know? And it's like, okay, I'll do that. I'll clean out this whole room for you. Because they know in the long run, especially estate sales, they need to move that stuff. Now, would they rather take $350 from me or deal with 50 other people trying to haggle down on a dollar item? You know, because there's dollar items sitting on the table there.
Okay.
You know, and it's like, just take the whole room from me, you know?
So they're thinking, well, maybe we can make 500, but we got to guarantee 350 and we don't have to deal with it.
Right. Yeah. And it works a lot. I mean, it's something that you should really, if you're in estate sales, I always do it. I'm like,
well, that's the other thing I bring up all the time on my show. And I learned this from sales and when I was looking for work, network. I don't care if it's the clerk at the Salvation Army or the manager at the Goodwill or the estate sale people that run the estate sales. Network. And I have business cards made up. And you can do business cards with a Google voice number. You don't have to use your regular cell phone number. It'll come to your cell phone number. So, I mean, you know, tell people, look, if you got a lot of stuff at the end of the sale, you want to just get rid of it, give me a call. And then you could probably buy it pennies on the dollar.
Okay. And another thing about that with the networking, okay, this same lady that I'll have a video out tonight of this estate sale I went to. There was a house that's on the water here in Crystal River. It's got to be $2 million, somewhere in that range. That house is going to cost. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
She called me in 5 days early before anybody got in the house.
It was a $2 million. Wow.
And I was able to walk through the whole house and pick out whatever I wanted.
Wow.
Okay. Now
there you go.
I'm big into sewing machines. Okay. I love buying sewing machines. They're an easy flip. They sell all.
They're heavy to ship, though. I mean, I can imagine that's something that you have to learn.
Well, if you watch any of my TV videos on shipping, I follow that to the T a lot. But here's the thing, okay? I go into this house, and I have a video on it. If you ever want to watch that video, I think it's like the $1 million walkthrough or something like that. The house is just out of this world. It's on the water. The views are incredible. I'm walking through. I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take this. I'll take that. And we get upstairs, okay? There's a sewing machine sitting there, Husqvarna, Viking, okay, embroidery machine.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, I'll take that. I didn't really even look at it. It was in a bag. It's in its own little Husqvarna bag and everything. I just saw the name of it. I said, I'll take that. And I said to it, how much for everything after we walked through the house? $500, she says to me, okay? Now, I can go grab them, and I'll bring them and show you this stuff, okay? Mm-hmm. Husqvarna I sold in 3 days for $2,000. Okay.
$2,000.
$2,000 that the sewing machine sold.
Holy cow.
Okay. Now, if you give me a minute, I'll go run and grab this other thing I got.
Sure, I'll chat with Chris. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute.
So how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. It's been busy the last week. It's been crazy. Yesterday was. Wait, I got a question, Adam. Yesterday, did you feel like really positive energy yesterday? Did you feel like real positive energy yesterday? Like you're ready to go, ready to do stuff, or was it just?
No, I'm dealing with some health issues the last few days.
I don't know. Yesterday was just. I was just.
That's good.
One thing after another.
I had to get my C19 test, but they did it in my throat as opposed to my nose. I was happy for that.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, here we go.
All right, he's back.
Open me up.
Absolutely, sir.
I'm nervous handling this thing all the time. Okay, let me see if I can get a good.
We'll have to answer Adam's question, record crate, when we get to that. So I don't want to. I might pull it down, but can you answer that before I forget that? I'll pull it down. What are the titles of the factory? Was it R2 R tapes, reel tapes?
Real tapes?
Were they blank or they actually had titles on them?
Scotch 3Ms.
Okay, but they were blank tapes. They weren't right.
Right, these are blank tapes. I bought.
Okay.
I got a whole bunch of them with that buy.
Okay. I'm sorry. I wanted to get those questions. We forgot to ask you.
$70, I think.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so this is part of that estate sale I got. Okay. It's very innate. If you look at it, if you can see clearly, okay, it is a candlestick holder.
Wow.
Okay. Now the thing about this was
I'd be afraid to ship that.
Well, and I got 2 of them for sale. Okay.
Okay.
Now the thing I didn't know, I just thought it was really cool looking when I passed by. So I said, I'll take that. Okay. And she said to me, she goes, I don't know what that is. I probably pulled the wrong one. Yeah, I did. These are Dresden, which is Germany.
Right.
Okay. I have these listed for $1,000.
Wow.
That is super cheap. But yeah, if you could see,
that's super cheap, $1,000. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. This is probably the research I've done on this stuff. This is probably closer to 3. But this is like, I mean, you can see all the detail that goes into that. So when we walked by it, she said to me, because I have no idea what the price is. I said, well, just give me a price. She said, we'll make it $50. So, you know, it's stuff like that.
But see, that's a problem I would have. I'd be like,
I actually have that listed on Etsy and eBay.
Now, how about something like that when it's she says $50 and you know it's worth $800-900? I
didn't know that.
Okay.
I did
that was the quandary that I would have. It's like I know I've heard stories of people saying, well, it's a business, but I would like, wow, this thing's $1,000 and she only wants $50.
Yeah. You usually gotta go
a couple hundred.
You gotta have a gut feeling with some of that stuff. I turned $50 into $5,000 one time with some similar kind of something like that, but like statues. You have a gut, you see quality, you see that there's a lot of great craftsmanship in that thing. And if you've dealt with ceramics or anything like that, you kind of know what, the wheelhouse is for those type of things and how much they're worth. So $50 might seem like a good gamble for some. Some might, be shy away from that. But if the quality is really good and it's $50, that's a buyer any day of the week.
Yeah. And some of my best sales have been things I didn't really know much about.
Just took a chance on.
Yeah, I just saw it was either a quantity buy or just that looks really cool. I'm going to pick it up and see what happens. Because a lot of times, it's hard for me to sit there and comp every single thing as I'm walking through. And I'll take chances on stuff like this and hope for the best. I knew there was no way I was not going to get $50 out of these stupid things. I got
yeah.
So, it's just as you're walking through these places, and I've bought junk before, and they go in my truck, and I usually go to my.
Like you said earlier, it's a cost of doing business, right? I mean,
but stuff like this in a high-end house like that, I knew has some value. I mean, just the ornateness of it and all those figures. I priced down to another one that's just this right here with no figures on it. Okay, because in these times, I don't think somebody's going to spend. I had it up for $1,700 originally. Because, like I said, this is the comps I see on this is like it's up there.
Wow.
So I'll sit on it for a while, but that
I guess so for $1,700. Somebody makes you offer like $1,200.
Yeah.
Winter chicken dinner.
Yeah. No, that's going as soon as I get an offer on it, it's gone.
Yeah.
But like as far as shipping, if I sold both of them, because I have them as a bundle,
For that kind of price, I might hand deliver unless I had to go across the country.
I wouldn't want to ship that.
Actually, this is not so bad to ship. I mean, This will go in a box by itself. The other part will go in another box by itself, and I'll put 4 boxes in one big, large Home Depot heavy duty
and
box.
A bunch of shipping peanuts and stuff all around everything.
No, I don't ship peanuts. I don't like to ship out peanuts.
Okay.
It's a horror show on the other end.
Well, I know, but I mean, I'd be so concerned that they would break. It's like I'm shipping $1,000 item, but it break.
No, that'll get bubble wrapped and thrown in a box. I'm confident we'll make it.
You're the expert.
No, I'm not the expert. It's not me. But
two quick things. I like to keep it around an hour. I want to do a couple things towards the end. Chris.
Yes.
You're Mr. Pro Tips.
Sure.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you give us 1 or 2 pro tips off the top of your head?
Pro tips?
And any topic, just reseller related.
If you find something you've never heard of before, like these ceramic candle holders, go deep. Like research it, find out about the company, see when it was made, go to Google, Wikipedia, learn as much as you can, because it honestly, it'll lead into another thing. And reselling is all about the knowledge that you have and the different things you know. Not everyone's going to know about everything. That's impossible. But if you do find something that you've never heard of, go deep, research it, look it up, and you never know. Like you'll get that. You'll add another piece to your puzzle, to your toolkit. That's the only tip I got for today.
That works. Mike, do you have a pro tip? Because since you're honoring Chris today, a pro tip, Chris.
I mean,
come on, you were talking for hours last night. You must have something in your back pocket.
Don't
worry about it. I'll let you think on it.
Yeah, you put me in a spot here. Okay, I'll give you a pro tip. Okay, and I do this myself because I buy things I'm not familiar with and might not move. So if you see behind me, I got a mess, right?
Right.
That's a mess of NASCAR.
Yes.
I know nothing about NASCAR, but my YouTube channel allows me to invite people that know about NASCAR. And I can sit there and just show them things like this and say, what's this worth? And they can tell me, because I know nothing about it. But for me to sit here, I have literally, I don't know, 400 or 500 pieces of this stuff laying around. So for me to go and
the way they were talking, you hit the mother load. The way they were talking, you have some really valuable signed pieces there. I mean, legitimately signed.
Right, and I've already sold, and I'm actually surprised at the sell-through rate. I've got my money back already, plus profit.
Great.
So I'm very happy about that. I paid $100 for everything that's sitting behind me.
Wow.
And I still have a lot of stuff in storage. So,
okay,
buy in quantity. That's my pro tip. Buy in quantity.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I determined I'm trying to get into this YouTube stuff. I did a little check the analytics and stuff, and typically people jump out of my show after 15 minutes. So for the people that are hanging around, I try to do something a little different. Chris, we never did this when you were on before. I have 2 things. I either have would you rather, or I have like basic trivia questions. Mike, you up for that for a few of those questions? Chris, we'll do a few of them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, and then I have a special announcement at the end for most of you people would know what I'm going to talk about, but I don't know if you're all aware of it. I was going to bring it up at the end. Would you rather, or would you want to do trivia? Which you guys prefer?
I'll do whether you rather.
Would you rather? All right, we'll do would you rather's. All right, Mike?
That's fine.
Okay. We had some like
he's got papers.
Well, yeah, I print them out. I mean, I got my handwriting just floppy. I found out this is a lot easier to do it this way. All right.
Oh, wait, just real quick. Michelle, that's actually how I did that with Google Lens. And then I started finding more information about this and finding more of these items. So I know it's Dresden. The other one's marked. This one isn't for some reason. I don't know why. I think they're a Paris. They only marked one. Don't ask me why. But that's how I did find that finally.
Now, Google Lens is just where you take a picture of something and it does like a search?
It just scans the whole item that you put in front of it and gives you relative research on it. So, it could be far off sometimes, but most
when
times,
you say scan, do you use it on a picture? You put it like it has like a QR code type of reader thing on it?
Well, you just open up the lens and just point your phone at it, and it starts to scan the whole item, and it pops up.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it. Is this app under Google?
Yeah. Just add it to your phone, and then you can actually.
I'm gonna look that up, and I'll put that in. Probably put that in the description too. I'll put that because that's interesting.
Yeah, you'll see how it starts to like surround the item, and then it'll grab it and then pull it out and kind of show you relative items to that.
All right, we'll flip this back and forth. We'll start it with East Coast. We'll start in North Carolina. I'm sorry, not North Carolina. I'm thinking North Carolina with Florida. We'll start with Mike. Would you rather live the rest of your life with silence I'm sorry. There we go. I screwed this up. I'll call it silent but deadly gas. Would you rather live the rest of your life with silent but uncomfortable gas or loud, uncontrollable sneezing? You go first, Mike.
I'll go with the loud, uncontrollable sneeze.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in the rooms. Everybody says, "What's that smell?"
Yeah.
Chris?
You know what? I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with the uncontrollable farts.
Okay.
Because then I'll figure out some way to harness the farts.
The natural gas.
And create like some kind of economic situation out of that.
There you go. All right. Would you rather be able to freeze time or travel in time? We'll let Chris go first this time.
Freeze time
or travel?
Sure.
Freeze time. Even in today's current environment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Travel.
I think I want to travel.
Because if I can travel in time, I can actually freeze time. If you think about it.
Yeah, I guess you could. You could stay where you are, right?
You just keep traveling back.
Yeah, keep traveling back. That's a good idea. Okay. Guys, you can answer in the chat too. You want to have some fun in the chat, you can do this as well. I know some of you guys are music people. Would you rather live without music or without television?
Ooh.
Oh, this is easy.
Music.
Chris?
Oh, without television. I think television's the worst waste of time you can ever do in your life. I mean, I like movies and things, but it's just like if you cut out TV, you could be able to do so much more with your life.
I spend 90% of my time on YouTube. I watch very little TV anymore.
Yeah, but you're learning something though. You know, TV seems like a brainless kind of activity.
Yeah.
No upside.
True.
No offense to people that watch TV.
I happen to learn a lot on. I love the series "The Men Who Built America."
Okay.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's great.
What network is that on?
America, the cars that built America, watching all that stuff. I love watching that stuff.
Is that on the History Channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's History Channel I watch on.
Okay.
That's a good point, Mike.
Okay, we'll have Chris answer this one first. Would you rather be able to run as fast as a cheetah or fly, but only fast as a tortoise?
Oh, run as fast as a cheetah, for sure.
Yeah, because you get there so fast, you just run to wherever you want to get there.
Well, you could be in the Olympics every year and get all kinds of Nike endorsements and stuff.
There you go.
I agree with that one.
All right, here's another one. I've asked friends of mine. In fact, I've asked Sharon this question. Would you rather read a book or watch a movie?
Watch a movie for me.
Even though I said I don't like TV, I would definitely rather watch a movie.
There you go. See,
I was a Cliff Notes person.
Though there are some good books and some good business books and things like that for sure.
Okay, I'm just going to ask you a couple more, and then we'll get to my announcement that I want to leave you guys with. Would you rather be stranded we'll start with Mike. Rather be stranded in the jungle or a desert?
I guess the jungle.
I would say desert. Jungle has so many creepy, weird things.
Creepy creatures.
At least in the desert, you just have to worry about the sun.
You gotta find water.
Yeah, but I think you could survive better in the jungle, though.
You're probably right, though. You're probably right.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't want to mess around with those spiders and snakes and stuff.
I live in Florida. I already do. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there you
go. Oh my word. And I'm gonna find one more good one for you guys.
Didn't have that problem in Long Island where I used to live.
Is that from originally Long Island?
Yeah.
Adam, I apologize. I have a business meeting at 1, and I really wish I could stick around, but I'm gonna listen to your announcement after the business call.
That's great. No problem. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Mike. It's very nice meeting you, man. I subscribe to your channel. I can't wait to dive into your work.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
Take care. Take care.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to ask you one more question while my announcement. Actually, I was going to ask Chris this because I figured he was talking about the wild animals. But would you rather wrestle a bear or an alligator?
Oh, an alligator.
An alligator?
Yeah.
Why, you got strong biceps? You figure you can grab a snout and...
Well, I mean,
you're used to alligators being in Florida.
Seems pretty simple. Just jump on their back and grab their head.
Okay.
I mean, they're pretty docile actually around here.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're because they're used to all the humans, I guess.
Yeah, they just kind of just stroll along. I saw one the other day. We were going shopping, and there was one right in the street there.
Well, Casey was saying in this new development that he's having a home built. I think there's like homes are like $500,000. He said there's like 3 or 4 of them in the pine, retaining pine right behind his home. They got to be at least 4 feet before we remove them. It's like 4 feet. That's a big alligator.
And those little ones.
He's got 2 little dogs.
Yeah, I mean, and they can run pretty good.
Oh yeah.
You know, they can get up and go. So, gotta be careful.
Absolutely. All right, let me share this this quick announcement, guys. And this is most of you people probably know who these people are, and they've been talking about possibly being on TV. And this announcement just came out recently. So let me post this up here, and we shall find it, and we will do it. All right. Let's see. I can never find what I want to find on this thing here. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm actually going to play this because this is an advertisement. You guys should be able to hear the sign. Signature expired. What the heck? All right, let me refresh it then, see what happens. This is a new show that's going to be on A&E called Extreme Unboxing. There we go. Let me just go back to the beginning of that because most of you probably know this first couple.
Yep.
Okay, you guys saw that, right?
Yeah, that was on there.
That was Steve and Steph, the resale killers. I know Michelle knows who Steve and Steph are. and you know some of the purple-haired woman as well. So Michelle probably knows everybody in there. But Steve and Steph, I used to follow their show back in the day, and was one of their moderators. And then they got into dumpster diving and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not really into. Which a lot of people are into that, which is fine. But I was trying to learn liquidation, and they were really, really good at teaching us liquidation. So they had mentioned a while ago that they might have an announcement they were going to be on a TV show. So apparently they're one of they used to do a lot of liquidation buys via trading. I don't know if you have via. I think via trading has a place in Florida too, right? I don't know if you ever dealt with them.
No.
Okay, yeah, they're a liquidation now. Their main location is in I think Los Angeles area, but they have like about 10 different locations throughout the country. So anyway, so they're going to be on this show, Extreme Unboxing. So just thought I would pass it along to all the Steve and Steph fans. Yep, see Thrift and Thrift new. Okay.
Should definitely be interesting.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that was the thing. Then the question was, it's going to come up. I'm sure a lot of these reselling groups, are they going to kill liquidation for all the resellers now?
Yeah.
Because when they did the storage wars, they said they killed storage auctions for all the people that are doing storage auctions. So I guess you just have to be more skilled and then sharper to get your deals.
I mean, if you think about the extreme couponing people,
right,
and all the stuff they gather for dirt cheap. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that takes a lot of work, it seems like.
Oh, yeah, a lot of research. And like I said, you could go in deep. And like I said, it's a gamble, too. I mean, and my understanding is you want to buy something that's manifested. Some of these people are buying unmanifested, and they're buying, what do they call it when it's damaged goods? I forget what they call that. But they don't even know what it is. I mean, it could be a tractor trailer that got caught on fire, or,
Right.
and they doused it with water.
Yeah. I mean, for newer people, you really...
I mean, shelf pulls are one thing, but buying an unmanifested, pallet, I would do that.
It's hit or miss. I was going to try and buy a storage locker this week, but it got a little too high for me, and I was a little nervous because it had like a couple of PS4 games sitting right out front. That you could
I think it was staged. Yeah.
Well, and then everything else was in boxes you couldn't see. So I was just like, I'm not going to waste my money on that right now.
Right.
I like doing how I do it. I enjoy it. It's fun.
Now, when you buy I'm going to wrap it up very shortly, guys. When you buy your liquidation, do you buy those manifested?
I don't buy liquidation.
Well, you said you were buying a pallet. Was that wholesale?
No, I was going to go buy a pallet, but I was going to go today, actually. Remember I told you last time I was going to be the first time I did it. There's a place in Ocala here that has pallets for sale.
When you say pallet, you mean the pallet or buying a pallet of liquidation?
It's a pallet liquidation at a warehouse here.
Okay, so you haven't bought liquidation, but you were considering doing it. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but
Gotcha.
I have so much inventory right now that I just have no room to put anything else right now. It can wait.
Salvage pallet. Thank you, Michelle.
So
salvage pallets are the ones that could be like fire damaged or water damaged, or you don't want to mess with that, especially for new sellers. All right, Mike, thank you so much. I'm going to have you on another time, maybe in a couple of months, and maybe we'll have you on like one night.
Okay.
When you're available, and we can talk just about reselling, a couple of good topics. Your wealth of knowledge. I appreciate you joining me today on your day off, and I wanted to thank everybody for being in the chat. And you gotta make sure you hit that like button before your way out. If you're new to my channel, I have tons and tons and tons of interviews with other very experienced resellers. A lot of great information there. So consider subscribing, and we shall see you next Wednesday. Take care, guys. Be strong and be safe.
Thanks, everybody.